Hi, this is our walkthrough for the syllabus and course outline for engineering and design for this year. Just to kind of start, this document is a living document, so it will be updated as we go through the year. The current version of this document will always be available on Schoology, and as I make updates to it, um, you will get an email with the update as well as in the current document, I'll highlight any current revisions. So just be aware that that's where you can always find up to date information about what's happening as far as the rules and regulations for our course, right? Um, our class will meet during C block this year. We are in the Arts Center. My free blocks are B, D, and E. If you need to find me during one of those blocks, before school, after school, during the break, during a free X block, anything like that, make sure that you drop me an email. I check throughout the day to make sure I'm staying up on things, but make sure that you drop me an email so that you can find me, because I travel between buildings and I'm not always in the art building and not always in the Marshall office. So I'll be in different places as well. Okay, the course objectives are here. They're numerous. I leave it to you to kind of read through that. These are things that are established by our content partner, E4USA, which you'll be learning about as we go through the year. Materials that you need for class each day. There's no book for this course, so that's a good thing. You should bring with you a pencil. You should have your graphing calculator, because we do occasionally need them for calculations. Your laptop is a must each and every day, so bring it charged and ready to go, and we'll go from there. The course itself has 7 units. You'll notice that there is no unit 7 in the list here. These are the approximate dates of those. Because the course is a learn by doing course, this is largely going to be amended as we need to. There is a winter exam for this course. It is a case study. We'll explain that as we get closer. Final grade works out to be the average of your 2 semester grades. 80% of your semester grades will come from your coursework. The other 20 will come from that semester exam, except for in the second semester, there is no second semester exam because of this is a project-based course, so we're not going to have a second semester exam. So the entirety of your second semester grade will come from your course grade. 2 sources for the course grade: summative assessments, which are basically our larger projects. Please note that you'll be graded on like your methodology and your completion of the project, rather than whether or not the project actually succeeds in solving the problem. So, that's important to kind of keep in mind. Formative assessments are smaller tasks that are kind of scaffolding along the way to completing a project. Those will be 15% of your grade. These will be clearly identified and labeled as we go through the course. There is no extra credit for this course, because everything is kind of a learn by do reality. Assessments are graded in such a way that they look at things like your ability to persevere, demonstrate critical thinking, work creatively and collaboratively, and your willingness to be curious. Ultimately, those are the things that are going to make up your comments on your report cards, right? So that's going to be there. There are sliders in your report cards for engagement, attention to detail, organization, self-advocacy, and timely completion of work. So you want to be on top of those things as well. Attendance is a big thing for me. It is very important that you are here every day. If you're not here, to make arrangements not only with me but your team members about how you're going to work out misses. It is common that in an engineering environment, somebody may miss a day, and you've got to work that through your team to make sure that the tasks that you're responsible for are still happening and the projects are moving forward even in your absence. But the biggest thing is to try to not be absent and be here as often as you can. What's in the syllabus here is what is in the student handbook about attendance for both planned and unplanned absences. So be aware of that, and the penalties that are there for unexcused absences. Academic honesty is an important thing. We've got to be sure that in this course we're doing all the work to properly attribute ideas and intellectual property to their sources. So if you take something from the internet or something like that, make sure you're always crediting it. Make sure that that's being done. This can be an easy slippery slope for people to not credit things in their documentation, so we want to be really well aware of that. Cell phones are something that I'm not huge on making a big deal of enforcement of. Oftentimes in the course, taking pictures of things and accessing materials on the fly are important, so I'm not going to collect cell phones at the beginning of class. However, if cell phones become a distraction, there's going to be warnings, things like this, and the material in the student handbook is as listed here, that once we start into warnings, there is the potential of you losing your phone, etc., to the dean's office. I don't foresee that being an issue, but if it does become one, then we'll enforce as need to. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. Email is always my preferred mode of communication. If you tell me something, it's possible that I'll forget it. If you email it to me, it's more likely that I'm going to follow through on it. Again, this document is going to be housed on Schoology for your reference, and any changes will be very clear about how we handle this. So I hope we have a great year, and thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. Thank you.